This is Twit.
Let us rejoice, iPhone world. The startup screen of death is no more. Hopefully no more anyway. That's because Apple finally pushed out iOS 7.1. This is the first big update since iOS 7 last year. And this addresses that random restart issue that so many of us had on an almost daily basis, known as the springboard restart. So cheers to that. You're also going to notice that Touch ID works like a charm now. Major cheers to that. However, iOS looks and feels a bit different too. Let's go through a few of the changes. New rounded buttons show up if you make or receive a phone call or you turn off your device. Some nifty slider fade behavior too. Speaking of buttons, if you jump into settings, then go to general and accessibility, and then you toggle on something called button shapes, you now have some more control over how your navigation buttons look, either arrow-based or gray-boxed. Kind of nice. Also in accessibility settings is the increased contrast feature. Now you can reduce transparency in the dock and your folders. You can darken the overall color palette slightly, or even bring down the brightness a bit by reducing the white point. These are minor tweaks, but worth exploring for yourself. Passcode settings are no longer buried under general. They're in their own settings category right above privacy. And CarPlay isn't really officially a thing with iOS yet, but the settings are already showing up. They're in settings, under general, and restrictions. My CarPlay's toggled on by default. Can't wait! So these are just some of the features in iOS 7.1. I could go on and on, but you don't have all day, I understand. One thing I do not like, and I know I'm not alone here because I've seen people complain on Twitter for the last 48 hours or so, is the new caps lock nonsense on the keyboard. I tend to yell a lot via text or on Twitter, and so I toggle on my caps lock on and off constantly. What the hell, Apple? Could this be any less clear? I don't think it could.